So a couple nights ago, we were waiting for our youngest two daughters to get ready for bed, when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Jamie and I heard our youngest daughter, Ariel, scream at the top of her lungs. We rushed into her room to try to figure out what had her so frazzled. After a few more minutes of screaming and crying hysterically, we finally got her calmed down to figure out exactly what she was saying. She was telling us that she saw a spider in her room, and according to her, it was ginormous. Now, Jamie asked exactly, how big is ginormous? And Ariel held her fingers out and goes, this big. Well, I have to admit, that's a pretty big spider. However, considering how big the spider was, we still couldn't find it. We looked and looked, but no spider. However, the interesting part is that the longer we looked, the more Ariel began to tell us that, well, maybe the spider wasn't really that big. As easy as it is to pick on Ariel about the size of the spider, I have to realize I kind of do the same thing myself. Whenever something happens in my world that I don't like, it becomes the biggest tragedy ever. But the reality is, God doesn't want us to look at things that way. This is why Scripture reminds us over and over, do not be afraid. One of the warnings came directly from Jesus after he had risen from the dead. Matthew chapter 28, verse 10 says, Jesus said to them, do not be afraid. Go and tell my brothers to go to Galilee. There they will see me. Now, when we look at the scripture, we have to remember that the two people that Jesus is talking to are Mary Magdalene and the other Mary. These two people saw Jesus on the cross 3 days earlier. I don't know about you, but if I saw a person die and then 3 days later I see him walking around, I'm going to be a little scared as well. But the thing is, fear can be diminished when we remember how big our God really is. That's right, our God is bigger than any spider that we may come across in our life. And because of his love for us, we can rest assured that in the end, everything is going to be okay. So my challenge for you this week, don't let the spiders in this world cause fear in your life. Because no matter how big the spider is, or how ginormous the spider is, our God is more ginormous.